new studio. What up?
What up, Jack? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, Ted. Your hosts, Jack and Ted here. This is episode 1 of Road to the Rail, folks. We're going to be here talking about what scholars are saying is the most consequential and important one-wheel race of all time. We're going to be taking you through everything from all the details about how the race happens, where you can watch it, but then also the riders. We'll probably review some of the riding from the ORL season. Lots of stuff to get to today, but Ted, most importantly, can you make a funny sound in this microphone? We got new audio equipment here.
Check. 1, 2.
Moving on. All right. Well, the dates.
Yeah.
Let's talk dates.
We got Race the Rail being live streamed on 2 separate days, which is July 30th and the 31st.
And I'm hearing 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Do you know the correlation to Pacific or Eastern?
I believe Mountain Standard is 1 hour past
I thought
Pacific.
so too. I wasn't entirely sure, but I think that's correct.
2 hours before Eastern.
Okay.
2 hours. Yes.
And that's the 30th and 31st will be Friday, Saturday.
That'll be Friday and Saturday, and I mean we'll jump around a bit in our script here, but
yeah. Why
are there 2 days?
Well, this year we're really stoked. We're gonna be breaking down the women's final and the men's final on 2 different days. So there's gonna be a lot of action, but we're gonna have 2 separate live streams.
Gonna be epic. Yeah, this is the first time that we're having women's race, men's race. Best athletes in the world for both coming out to put on a show for you and to see who's the best, take home a rail, potentially a little bit of a prize purse. I've been hearing some word about prize purse stuff. I don't think we're going to get to that announcement today.
Not on episode 1, but later down the road to the rail, we will get in there.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, Road to the Rail every Friday leading up to Race to the Rail. So we got a lot of action to unpack.
Rain, snow, or shine.
Let's get into it though. We've had a few big developments this year in general. You want to start us off there?
Totally. I mean, probably the biggest thing from this season is just the ORL, right? Last year, obviously, super weird year with the global pandemic that was around last year.
But
still is a little bit this year.
The show still had to go on.
Yeah, I mean, and can I just say this? I was incredibly proud of everybody who was part of Race to Rail 2020 for pulling together and making that event happen in a very safe and controlled way. All the riders out there, all the support staff that helped put that thing on, the location. Everyone banded together and made that event happen, and it was amazing. Now, coming out of that event, one of the only critiques that I heard was like, hey, you guys invited 12 riders. One of them was decided via social media.
True.
Totally unfair. A big YouTuber got in because, leveraged his social following. And we could debate that all day.
Yes, we could.
We could. But the big takeaway was like, hey, we need some regional qualifiers is what we think we need to really see who are the best riders in the world.
And also to make it more accessible to everyone in the nation.
That's right.
Because previously most of it is catered to those Western riders.
Sure.
Or those who are willing
people
to travel.
who are just posting on social media a lot.
True.
Right? Like I think that's one of the most fun things for me about the regional qualifiers that we rolled out this year was at every single one there was someone who you did not know, you've never seen,
totally. Maybe
not even the like everyday regular one-wheel racers know or seen, that came out and was like, oh man, those guys, that guy or gal is fast.
Totally. There's a lot of fast riders out there, and not just the core homies.
Yeah, totally. Which was really fun. So yeah, good point. It created an opportunity for more folks, and it was merit based, which I think is the coolest part about it. It's like we held Western, Central, and Eastern regionals,
and about 300 riders at each one of those races.
That's right. So that's if we do the quick math. I mean, maybe between 200 and 300
Yeah,
probably.
somewhere around there. Seemed like a lot.
It seemed like a lot. That's, between 700 and 900 one-wheel racers vying for what ended up being 20 spots, 20 fastest riders who will be joining us here in a month's time. But yeah, I thought that the regionals was really awesome. Big thank you to all of our partners in helping roll that out. It was a ton of work. It's a ton of work. But it's going to make this race so much more epic because, like we were saying, A, it gave an opportunity to a lot more people, and B, it's just like the people that are going to this have earned it.
Totally.
Earned it.
Yeah.
So basically, some of you may know this, but the top 2 men's and women's riders from each event got an automatic bid. We've extended a few more at-large invites to riders based on the regional performance too. And I think we have one more wild card to be decided based on a vote by the riders who are already going. People that are going to Race Rail are voting on one last rider. We're waiting on one last vote. We'll probably get to that more next week.
Episode 2.
Potentially.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, the ORL, it's been an awesome lead into the season. I feel like it's set up a lot of the plot lines, of who are the favorites. We're not going to dive too deep into that on this either, but it's like, can anyone on the women's side beat Raquel McCosker? She won 2 of the 3. Certain people looked unbeatable at times. Austin Silva, who last year didn't go to Race the Rail, this last year, in the ORL circuit, like, looked unbeatable at times, So I think it's cool also on that level where it's like now we kind of have these people have been racing against each other all season long, and we got some storylines that are emerging.
Shall we tell them where we're going to be hosting this?
You mean like breaking news?
Yeah. You got a thing for that, Laser? Laser, pull that up.
By week 2, we're gonna have so many freaking audio drops. You guys are not even gonna believe it.
Here, breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Bada bum.
Race to the Rail 2021
will be
hosted.
Usually the sound guy helps. I feel like that one kind of killed you. Okay, so we're gonna host Race to the Rail 2021 at
Snowbasin, Utah.
We're going back, baby. Very excited. Very excited to host the next one at Snowbasin again. Snowbasin was the host last year. That mountain is amazing. I mean, it's like 13,000 feet at the top. And it's a premier ski mountain in Utah that allows us to host this race
over the course of essentially the entire mountain, which is unreal.
Over the course of a whole week, too.
And back when we did like North Star, it was a really cool course, but there's a lot of traffic there at North Star, and to have that course like sectioned off was really hard. And last year at Snowbasin was really sick. It's also a lot wider too, so it allows for that Boardercross style to like. There's more opportunities to pass. There's more straightaways. It just makes it really fun to watch.
Totally, yeah. I mean, we could talk about that a lot, but yes, it's like the Snowbasin folks take what would it be? Like a gloves off approach. They're like, go ham, which is amazing.
Go ahead, rip the Can-Am around the mountain.
Rip the Can-Am. And obviously, like other mountains, maybe have more regulation about where they want us, where people are permitted to ride, stay on this trail, which, is limiting. And so, we really appreciate working with them last year, and it really enables us to host the premier freaking one-wheel race of the century, which is going to be sweet.
And I know already the comments are going to be like, that's going to be the same race as last year. And it won't. We'll definitely add some spice to it, and it'll be very fun.
That's a Ted promise right there.
Yeah. That is my duty to make it fun, so I'm gonna make it fun.
Maybe we may be building some features.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be sweet. You mentioned something about Boardercross. Maybe for those of you who are not hardcore Onewheel Racing League fans already. Well, actually, even Onewheel Racing League is not Boardercross. No. So let's talk about that briefly.
So for the Onewheel Racing League, every event essentially was a time trial based race. You know.
Yep.
The cool thing about Race the Rail and doing a Boardercross style event is you take everyone. We still will have time trials to make the bracket, but the coolest part is that you'll be able to see head-to-head racing.
Totally.
And there's nothing better to watch than head-to-head one-wheel racing.
Yeah, it is the most fun from a viewer standpoint. From a rider standpoint, I don't know. I think they probably would prefer to go, hey, like just put me down the trail and time me, and, you know, I'm the fastest. But that's the thing. It's like NASCAR. Do they do that? Is it like one car at a time on the track?
There's something to be said about riding with someone like either in front of you or like behind you and like giving you that extra like push, you know, like I need to speed up a bit, or
people,
you know, like,
still talk about that Brendan Schermeyer pass on Dom.
Yeah.
Was it legal? Was it? I mean, that's the fun.
Yeah,
you know, you talk to Dom about it and like it was a shove.
Yeah.
You talk to Brennan and it was like bumpins racing. Baby. Like that was all fine. And yeah, I mean, that was probably, we were losing our minds during that.
Yeah, that was, you know, every time we do a race, it's like, this was the most fun thing to watch. And then the next one is like, well, that was insane. But, you know,
100%.
That's the whole thing about progressing a sport is it always gets better.
And that's, I mean, that is, it is so damn cool to see where it's at now and just think about how far it's come. And that's just a testament to the people that are riding one wheels and how good they've gotten, you know, and really like how much the sport has just grown in general. Cause, you know, I know we talked internally about doing one of these episodes on sort of the history of Race the Rail. If you go back and watch, you know, the first Race the Rail 2015 and 16 and 17. I mean, we saw a clip just a minute ago with this like rubber, like the, you know, like the turning lanes were like rubber piping.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like, yeah, a little parking lot thing.
Yeah.
And now we're we're on a ski mountain.
Exactly.
Taking the gondola.
Just like everything else we do, we just crank it up to 11.
And I'm excited. This year's gonna be the same way.
Also, for any of you guys watching this, if you missed out on any of the ORL action this year, be sure to check into the YouTube channel. We have all the race recaps. You could go in and kind of binge this whole, you know, league essentially in a matter of a few hours. And
you can rewatch the live streams too,
True.
Probably it's really entertaining. Like some of the Eastern, the last one was the Eastern Regional. Like I've rewatched that a few times. I think in the description we have timestamps of when people are racing, so you can just go like click on the video. You want to see, I don't know, you have a favorite one wheel racer, or you just want to skim the action and miss out on Ted and I bullshitting.
Yep.
You would probably aren't watching this video at this point if you're that person. But
anyways, we'll keep it short and sweet, and then we'll have more action for episode 2. You know,
that's right. Yeah, we will have more action for episode 2. Again, Ted making creative sounds in the microphone. Mm-hmm. We may have more breaking news about prize purse. We'll talk about who's going. We can talk more history potentially down the line as well.
And then as the race course develops too.
And as the race course develops. So yeah, we're gonna be here Fridays for you here on One Wheel YouTube. Subscribe if you like. We'd appreciate it for sure.
Drop a comment
and clear your calendars for July 30th and 31st, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 5 p.m.
No.
6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Central Time, and that's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Grab yourself a beverage. Sit on the couch, folks. Streaming to you live, One Wheel YouTube channel. Race the Rail.
Peace.
That's Road to the Rail with Jack and Ted, episode 1.
There you go. There's another one down.